Hey guys, this video is for how to use the Overdrive Libby program on a computer. So if you are using a tablet or a phone, you will need to watch the other video because you'll have to download the app. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do is search for Gravette Public Library and actually spell it correctly. Click on their website and scroll down to digital resources, click on that, and right here click on Libby by Overdrive. Alright, so you're going to need to click the sign in button right here. Okay, and then right here you will see there is a place to select your library. I have cut off part of my screen so that my library card is not showing, but you click on this drop down menu and you can see all on your screen. You'll see the full name. You're going to find Gravette Public Library, click on it, type in your card number right here and your password. This should all be in the email from the librarian. Then you're going to click sign in. Once you're signed in, it should look something like this. So you're going to click on My Account. Oops, no you're not. You're going to click here on the books, or not. Okay, sorry, I keep telling you the wrong thing. So you'll click on Collections, go to ebooks, and click Available Now. So that way it will only show you the books that are available right now. So you see there are 23,581. So what you're going to need to do is come over here to the side to narrow this down some. So the first thing I would say to do would be to click on Audience, click on Juvenile. There may be some in Young Adult that you may enjoy, you may want to, but I would check out Juvenile first. Because some of them that you're going to find in Young Adult are meant for high school age students, and your parents might not be comfortable with you reading, and you may not be comfortable with some of the material. So try looking first in Juvenile, and then then go down here to interest level. So you don't want it to pull up all these kindergarten, second grade books. So click on middle grades 4 through 8. Okay, so now it's only showing you the books that are available that are in Juvenile that are for, written to interest students in grades 4 through 8. So once you do this, you can go and you'll see all these different books, and they're sorted by popularity. If you would rather sort them by when they came out, alphabetically by the title, by the author, you can definitely do that. Once you find a book and you might be interested in, for example, Theodore Boone is actually a really good book, you can click on the book. All right, and you can click here to read a sample, and it'll show you a sample. So right here's the description. So a thrilling young mystery series from John Grisham. So this is about a boy lawyer named Theodore Boone. He's only 13. He wants to be a trial lawyer, but something happens and he finds himself in court in the middle of a murder trial. So Theodore, unfortunately, is the only person who knows the actual truth. And so you'll have to, if you are interested, you'd have to figure out how Theodore gets wrapped up in all of this and what his role is in the court, and if he's going to be able to make sure justice is served. So right here you can see there are 1 of 2 copies available. If you still want to give it a try, you want to click Read Sample. You can right here. And if you, let's see. And so in order to change pages, you just click. So I'm just clicking, it's changing pages. And if you come back to it at a later time and you need to go to a specific chapter, you can just click on that chapter, so you don't have to flip every single page. So just make sure that if you stop or take a break, you know what chapter you're on. So then here's chapter 1, and usually the preview will give you the first 2 or 3 chapters. I would say if you've read through 1 and you're feeling pretty good about it, then go ahead and borrow it. If you have read through chapter 1, you're still not sure, then I would go ahead and read chapter 2. The thing is, you don't want to borrow a lot of books because there are only so many copies available. And so if you're borrowing 2 or 3 or 4 books, but you're really only reading 1, that's taking away some of the available options for other people. So I would say probably don't check out more than 2 at a time. Just, out of respect for everyone else, so everyone else has a lot of choices as well. And then once you want to change pages, you just keep clicking. Okay. If after going through the preview you decide, yes, I want to borrow this, then you click on borrow. But let's say that you're like, it sounds good, but you're not sure if you want to borrow it. Then click add to your wish list. And you can always add it to your wish list and then maybe go back to your wish list afterwards. The other important thing is this is part of a series and this is book 1. So, something kind of important to note, a lot of times in a series you want to read the books. If their books are numbered, you really want to read them in order. Sometimes they're part of a series and they're not numbered, so you can just read them in any order. Diary of a Wimpy Kid is a good example that you don't necessarily have to read them in order. So, if I want to borrow, I just click borrow here. I can choose here to borrow for 7 days or 14 days. I would probably do 14 and then try to get it read in about 12 days just in case you fall behind a day, because once the 14 days are up, it will remove it from your account and you won't have access to it again unless you check it out again, which if somebody else has it checked out, that could be an issue. And then click borrow. Okay, and then you could click read now in browser, or you can download the book. So once I'm here, I read in the browser. Now, once you're done with it, let's say you finish before the 14 days are up. Oops. Then you can go to my account. Is it here? Oh, right here. You can go to loans. You can click on these books, or you can go to my account and click on loans. And then you can just click the return button and you can turn it back in. So if you finish it in 7 days, it's really good, you just can't put it down, then I would return it early. After you've taken your AR test, I'd return it early. That way somebody else has the opportunity to check it out. You just click return. Title's returned. That's it. And then you can go back to collections and search for a new one. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to send me an email and I will get to you as fast as I can. You can also email the librarian at the Gravette Public Library and she can probably help you as well. Okay?